who acknowledges me before men, I also will acknowledge before my Father who is in heaven. But whoever denies me before men, I also will deny before my Father who is in heaven. Evangelium Domini. Please let us be seated. I wish to thank the Rector for giving me this opportunity to stand here before you today. I have entered this compound severally, but I have not celebrated Mass here before. At best, I celebrated in the Sisters' Convent. That was a long time ago. However, today, every graduation, celebration, or ceremony is an opportunity for thanksgiving and also to appreciate what God has done, both for the institution, the graduates, and the parents. What we are celebrating today is what started in your own home as parents. Because the church in her wisdom, in Canon 226, paragraph 2, made it obligatory for parents as primary educators to be responsible for the Christian education of their children. And that includes selecting the school in which they will prefer their children to attend. Choosing the seminary is not a bad option. And I tell you, seminary everywhere in the world is the soul of the church. And so having chosen the seminary, like the rector said, today will mark the end of the academic and formative year, 2022-2023. Not just academic, but formative, which is very important. The general opinion is that when you enter the minor seminary, you graduate into the major seminary and become priest. We pray, O Lord. But it's not always the case. Many today are senators who were minor seminarians. Some are generals in the army. Some are engineers, doctors, and many other things. But I tell you, a few years spent in the minor seminary was designed by God, because the seminary trains you in many things. Form you, not just academically, but also morally and spiritually, so that you stand tall in the society wherever you go. Sometimes, somebody made a comment when we went to buy something in the town. Say, are you seminarians? Say, how do seminarians look like? Say, no, the way you walk, we know you are seminarians. You are walking with confidence anywhere. So that's how we know those who are seminarians. And so the seminarian builds confidence in any child that passes through the seminary. When you wash your clothes, when you do your morning function, clear the field, and do other things, you are trained to be self-reliant. And so a seminarian who comes out and is still begging is not worthy of his training. So what we celebrate today is all-embracing formation. And so I say congratulations to the graduates. Congratulations to the seminary. And congratulations to the parents for choosing the seminary. If you are not qualified to be bishop, you cannot be qualified to be rector of the seminary. I don't know whether Magnus will become bishop. That's not what matters. But he is qualified to be rector today. and he has done creditably well, with the cooperation of the parents and other teachers. Dear friends, there is nothing you do today that is not noticed. I remember there was a seminary, a celebration of a jubilee of one of the oldest schools in my diocese, Marino College. And one of the senators, then leader of the Senate, came, recognized a domestic staff who was there when he was a student. I said, is this not the man? He said, he's the one. So he's so old now. And he was surprised to see him alive. And I tell you, God blessed his day that day, because he was a good man. So whatever you do in this seminary, whether as academic or non-academic staff, know that these seminarians know you. They know what you are doing and how you are relating to them. If you are good, you will harvest the reward of that goodness. But if you are not, you can change. It's not late. But most often, some people see discipline as a punishment. But without discipline, we can go nowhere. So that is what the seminary is meant for, to discipline. Don't leave everything to the rector to do, because one man or a tree cannot make a forest. So one man cannot know it all. It requires the cooperation and collaboration of all the staff to build up these seminarians. Whether they become priests or become any other thing in the society, they will live to remember their alma mater. Dear friends, today also reminds us, as Jesus told his disciples in the gospel, Uk estin matetes uperton didaskalon, as Paul Jato, he will translate. A disciple is not above his master. At best, he can become like his master. And so seminarians imitate the good virtues of your teachers and the rector and all those who are collaborating today to see to your well-being in this institute. But sometimes when you graduate from here, like you are living now, you are going to go into the university if you don't go to seminary. The university is a world that is multicolored, and you may be attracted to a color that you are not used to. And that will be radically opposed to your own nature as a seminarian. And that will bring disrepute, not only to yourself, but to your parents and also this great institution that formed you. Know that you are going out with a responsibility to represent not only yourself, but your family and this great institution, the Sacred Heart Seminary, PORT-HARCOURT. Be a good ambassador, so that those who see you will yearn to send more of their children to be formed in this seminary. That is what you owe this seminary. On a day like this, it's a day also of appreciation to the parents and the teachers who have worked hard to collaborate with the rector and the management, which is the diocese, running this institution. Without your collaboration, all the developmental projects we have seen here wouldn't have been possible. The rector has said it all. The seminary does not keep lazy parents. Out of 100 and something, we are graduating 60-something this morning. That is always the case with seminary. You can never finish all. Finishing more than half is even a credit to this class. I think they deserve a round of applause. So, dear friends, the seminary is a special place to be. We congratulate the parents for standing strong behind not only their children, but also behind the seminary and the diocese to make sure things go well, both for their children and for the entire institution. We thank you. We thank you, the graduates, for collaborating with your teachers and also not wasting your parents' resources, studying hard and graduating today. We pray that God will see you through in your future endeavors. Today, as we celebrate and thank God, I want to remind the graduates and indeed other seminarians here present that in Africa, we don't have insurance. We don't have that culture of insurance. Whether insuring, the only things we insure is the car, and most often is third party to enable you to drive on the road. To talk about life insurance and many other things is not there. Health insurance, well, NHIS is trying its best these days. I don't know how many families have enrolled, but know that you are not the insurance of your parents because they don't have any insurance, no saving for rainy days. They believe that in their old age, their children will take care of them. And that is exactly what happened in the first reading of today. When Jacob ordered his children, when I am dead, gather my bones and take them back to the cave that is in the field of Ephron, the Hittite, in the cave that is in the field at Machpelah, to the east of Mamre, in the land of Canaan. This is our responsibility as children to our parents who have worked hard to invest so much in you. So you know that you have that responsibility. You begin to know it today. Don't be like those children who will be abroad and be asking other people about their parents without talking to them. They only wait for their parents to die. Then they come and build fine house. Build a house when your parents are alive so that they will live in it and pray for you when you become great. Don't wait for them to die before you do the best for them. No. Do it while they are alive. We have no insurance. You are the insurance. So if you know it from today, the children of Jacob did it, gathered his bone to the grave where Abraham and Sarah, his wife, were buried. And you too continue from there to have it in mind that it is your responsibility to look after your parents. To end this long story, I said before that the seminary is the soul of the Catholic Church anywhere in the world. The bishop will not choose anybody to run it. He will choose somebody he can rely on. He will not ignore the needs of the seminary because he knows that that is the seed that will grow the future clergy of his diocese and even the universal church. While the bishop and the church will struggle to do this, they need the collaboration of you, the parents, and the entire society. When you are called to support this seminary, you may not know the parish priest that may minister to you tomorrow could have been formed from here. And then, the lay faithful are always very selective of which priest they want to be their parish priest. When they hear that there is transfer, they begin to call all the priests who are their family friends. Who did they send to us? Why didn't they send this one or the other one? If you collaborate with the bishop, to do what he is supposed to do. All priests will be properly trained and formed, and you will not have the need to choose between who is good and who is bad. And so, help the church to build a seminary, and we are going to have very good clergy to administer the sacrament and to minister to us in times of need. May the name of the Lord be blessed, both now and forever.